Hey guys, I'm Shani and you're watching It's Style Theory. I'm gonna talk a little bit about this week's episode of Pretty Little Liars. So the episode was called Thrown from the Ride, and let me start off by saying I liked this episode more than I liked last week's episode, because if you watched my last review then you know that I didn't think last week's episode was too great. But this week's was better. The episode kept me more interested throughout the whole thing. There was more suspense. Like, the storyline started moving along. One of the big reasons I think there is like less suspense in the show for this season is because, one, Allison's back home and at least for the time being she's safe, and two, there doesn't seem to be an A person chasing them right now or like sending texts to them right now, so it's kind of weird. That's never happened before in the show. So for the time being, they're kind of like safe. And so that's one of the reasons the show in general might seem a little bit more slow, but that's not a bad thing. I mean, I'm glad Allison's back, and I'm glad that no one's after them or anything. I do still believe that A is out there, by the way, but he or she's leaving them alone right now, which is good. So the next episode is the 100th episode, and Allison's going back to Rosewood, and I have a feeling we're going to find out a little bit more about what Mona's been up to and possibly what Melissa's been up to. I really, really hope so. Some interesting things that happened in this episode. Arya saw the video of Shauna's funeral. Ezra helped her a little bit with that. Ezra and Arya seem to be becoming friends, which is interesting. I don't really get the point, I guess, of the new character that Emily's been helping on the swim team. Yeah, I don't really get the point of her character yet, but I'm sure that we're gonna find out more about her and that there is a point, because they wouldn't just bring in a random character for no reason. I've been really feeling bad for Allie lately. I don't know, I think everyone feels bad for Allie. I have a theory. One theory I have is one that I've had for a while, and that's that Mona is still A, and she has been for a while. I'm not really sure what's going on with Jason. A theory on who killed Mrs. De Laurentiis? Okay, the show, we all know by now that the show does this thing where they make a character look guilty for like a whole season, and then in the last episode we find out that it's someone who we never even suspected that did the thing the other person was guilty for. They're making Spencer's dad look really guilty, and so it seems like he was the one that killed Mrs. De Laurentiis, but just because they're making him look guilty, I think it was someone else. I'm not sure who, but I think it was someone else. Yeah, honestly, I have no idea who, but I think we'll find out soon. In this episode, we see that Hannah has gone back to her old habits of taking things that don't belong to her. I'm not really sure why. So yeah, that was a quick little review of this week's episode. I'm excited for the 100th episode next week. Comment your thoughts and theories in the comments below. Tell me what you thought of this episode. If you like this review, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. If you like daily vlogs, visit my main channel, link in the description. I upload videos there every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Until next time, can you keep a secret? I did not like the episode that much at all. One, I thought it was kind of boring.